Last October, we were extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to film a first look of the brand new Land Rover Defender. And if you'd like to see that video, do please use the link in the top of the screen to go and check it out. Today though, is about the drive. Today is the day I've been looking forward to for such a long time. It's time to jump behind the steering wheel of this car and see what it's really like to drive. Before we head out for a drive, let's just remind ourselves of some of the specifications of the new Defender. From launch, the Defender is only going to be available as a 110. The 90 will be available to order at a later date. You can get 3 different trim levels: Defender, Defender First Edition and Defender X. The car we have here is the First Edition, which is finished in the Pangea green paint. The First Edition is only available with a D240 diesel engine, which produces 240 horsepower and is good for 0 to 62 miles an hour in 8.7 seconds. Not that it really matters in a car like this. There are 2 petrol engines also available and a further diesel in the Defender's other variants. Anyway, enough of that, let's go for a drive. What is it about shooting the Defender that brings out the worst in the British weather? The last time we shot it back in October, the weather was horrific, and well, it's kind of expected in October, isn't it? It's autumn/winter. We're now in June and we've still got terrible weather. It's the UK for you. But anyway, onto the main thing. This is very big. This is extremely exciting. Finally at the wheel of the new Defender. And this one is the First Edition, the D240. And my last video, I got a lot of hate for saying that I really like the way the new Defender looks. And I maintain that. I stick by that. And I'm also delighted to say I love the way it drives. It is superb. I've been looking forward to driving this car for so long. So intrigued to see what it drove like. Oh, and I'm happy to report it is fabulous. So, the engine, firstly, in this car has plenty of pull. You wouldn't need anything more than this, in my opinion. It's got lovely low down torque, which you will need for off-roading. Okay, it's just so good. It is so good. Okay, how do I get this across to you? So, steering, firstly, is very direct for such a car like this. Extremely direct, in fact. We're now on some really nice twisty roads going over the moors. And you know, it is so easy to place on the road for such a big, high-riding car. The way that the car reacts to every steering input is brilliant. The driving position is absolutely spot on. It feels as high as a Range Rover, maybe even higher. I love this position. You're so high up, you're almost on a level with truck drivers. It's brilliant. And you know, for such a big car, it's so easy to drive around town. It's partly down to the brilliant steering. It's, as I've already said, so easy to place this car on the road. And you know exactly where each of the wheels are. The view out is spectacular. And I love the view out up and over the bonnet. You really can see everything. Now, the ride. Because I believe that the ride in this car is its party piece. It's serene. Absolutely serene. As you'll see, we've got some pretty chunky tyres on this car, and the way that it just sits on the road, the way that it soaks up every pothole and bump in the road, that there, did you see that on the camera? That was a huge divot in the road. I mean massive, like you could park an aircraft carrier in that divot. And this car just ironed it out. It's silky smooth. And the refinement in here as well on the road is next level. I've just drove this on the motorway over here. So 70 mile an hour. You'd expect a lot of tyre noise, wouldn't you? You'd expect a bit of wind noise. But no. You could whisper to your passengers, it's that quiet. It is brilliant. And when you get to some twisty stuff, for a car like this, for a Land Rover Defender, the way that it holds the road is mightily impressive. You can really genuinely have some fun with this car on the twisty stuff. I never thought I'd be saying that about the Defender. Oh, I think you can tell that I am incredibly impressed by this, and you know, I don't care if I get hate for it. Come at me, haters. I really don't care, because this car is superb. And if you're still apprehensive about the new Defender, please contact the guys at Rybrook. Book a test drive. Drive it, and you'll see how good this thing is. Genuinely, I am so impressed with this, and I'm so glad. Okay, sat-nav lady, okay, thank you. I'm so glad, really glad that this drives the way it does. I'm so glad that it lives up to the reputation, in my opinion. I really do think that this car has taken the Defender name and just gone to a new level with it. And I probably will get a lot of hate for that, but you know what? I'm really not bothered. What else can I tell you about it? I love the way that this interior is set out. It feels utilitarian, yet luxurious. It's got the perfect blend of that farmland, that character that made the Defender so great, but it's now got a new edge of quality that the old one could never match. The central display that shows your satellite navigation and your speed and so on is brilliant. All the options and the menus in there are so clear. You've got obviously all of the off-roady stuff, which we'll be showing you in a video later on this year when we take this car off-road, so stay tuned for that one. The center screen, this newer system, is brilliant. Okay, it is so easy to use and so easy to fathom. The Bluetooth is extremely easy to use. The satellite navigation, which I'm using at the minute, as you've probably heard, is really good, really crisp, really quick directions. I mean, what else can I tell you about this car other than I love it? I really do love the car, and this 110 is just the perfect everyday companion. It can do everything. Of course it can. It is a Defender through and through. Oh, what a day, what a car, what an experience. Please go and drive one if you get the opportunity. It's wonderful. The performance, I mean, look, it's just, for a car that's this big, this heavy, and this capable, oh, it's wonderful. I'm completely sold on it, and I want one. I really do want one. So if Land Rover, if you watch this, send one my way, please. I'll have one for a few months. And actually, I might buy one. It's that good. It really is. Now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. Please don't give me too much hate in the comments like you did before, but you know what? I quite like hearing your opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Do please hit the like button and subscribe to Rybrook TV for plenty more content to come, including a full off-road drive of the new Land Rover Defender. I'm very much looking forward to that one. I will see you very soon.